The U.S. stock market plunged nearly 1,000 points in mere minutes. Chaos erupted on trading floors. DARKWIRE, real stories from the wire. Billions vanished. One man, in a small Hounslow apartment, smiled. His name? Navinder Singh Sarao. What kind of mastermind could trigger a $1 trillion crash? Navinder Singh Sarao wasn't born into wealth. Far from it. Growing up in a modest neighborhood in Hounslow, London, Sarao was the son of a clerk who earned approximately £25,000 per year. His father spent long hours in a government office, hoping one day to afford a better life for his family. Sarao, however, had little interest in following his father's footsteps. Instead, he was drawn to numbers, captivated by the possibilities of wealth hidden in algorithms and trading indicators. He spent hours reading about the stock market, an obsession that would later define his life. By the age of 16, Sarao was already experimenting with trading software, using a demo account to practice his skills. In 2009, Navinder began his journey into the shadowy world of market manipulation. From his bedroom, he modified commercially available trading software, such as MetaTrader and TradeStation, to execute a technique known as spoofing. Spoofing involved placing large orders he never intended to execute, creating a false impression of demand or supply. The orders would alter the market's perception, allowing him to profit from the ensuing chaos. It was the perfect crime, legal software with illegal intent. He used programming languages like C++ and Python to automate his trades, leveraging the speed and anonymity of the internet to stay one step ahead of regulators. Sarao's tactics paid off quickly. By the end of 2009, he had amassed millions, with estimates suggesting he earned around £1.5 million from his spoofing activities. His modified software allowed him to outpace other traders, capitalizing on micro-arbitrage opportunities that others couldn't see. He became known as the Hound of Hounslow, a moniker whispered among traders who marveled at his success. Despite his growing wealth, Sarao kept a low profile, living simply and avoiding the flashy lifestyle many of his peers adopted. He invested his earnings in a portfolio of stocks, bonds, and real estate, diversifying his wealth to minimize risk. May 6, 2010, the day the market would never forget. As the U.S. stock market opened, Sarao executed his most audacious plan yet. Using his modified software, he placed massive orders on the futures market, then canceled them just as quickly. The result was catastrophic. In just a few minutes, the Dow Jones Industrial Average plummeted nearly 1,000 points. Investors panicked, billions evaporated, and the market struggled to stabilize. The flash crash, as it came to be known, would go down in history as one of the most significant market events of the 21st century. Sarao's scheme was unprecedented. It laid bare the vulnerabilities of a system thought to be unbreakable. The financial world was in shock. How could a single individual from a bedroom in Hounslow orchestrate such a massive disruption? Regulators and financial experts were left scrambling for answers as inquiries into high-frequency trading practices intensified. The Commodity Futures Trading Commission, CFTC, launched an investigation led by Agent Michael F. D'Ambrosio, who worked closely with the FBI to gather evidence. But here's where it gets worse. What Navinder didn't know was that the FBI had been monitoring him for years, using advanced surveillance techniques, including wiretaps and undercover agents. They pieced together a case that would eventually lead to his downfall. In 2015, the law caught up with him. Arrested in the UK, Sarao was extradited to the US in 2016, where he faced charges of market manipulation. It was a shock to many who had seen him as a lone wolf, a genius who had outsmarted the system. The trial revealed the extent of Sarao's operations. Courtroom testimony provided startling insights into his methods. Witnesses described his prowess in coding, with one expert stating, Sarao's software modifications were both simple and ingenious, exploiting market architectures in ways regulators hadn't anticipated. He pled guilty to one count of wire fraud and one count of spoofing. The court ordered him to pay $12.8 million in restitution. His actions had cost the market approximately $1 trillion in temporary losses, a staggering figure that only highlighted the impact of his manipulation. The courtroom drama was intense. Prosecutors presented a series of emails and log files that detailed Sarao's step-by-step execution of the spoofing technique. In one email, dated January 2010, Sarao bragged about his software's capabilities. "It's like having a trading army at my fingertips," he wrote. Evidence showed that on the day of the flash crash, he placed and canceled orders worth hundreds of millions within seconds. The defense, however, argued that Sarao was a scapegoat for broader market issues, pointing to systemic failures within the trading infrastructure as the real culprits. Navinder's plea deal was a turning point. It not only ended the trial, but also sparked a broader debate about the ethics of high-frequency trading. Was Sarao a lone bad actor or a symptom of a flawed system? Financial pundits weighed in, some praising his ingenuity, others condemning his greed. His case instigated reforms aimed at curbing market manipulation, leading to stricter regulations on trading algorithms and increased surveillance by regulatory bodies. Now, Navinder Singh Sarao is a cautionary tale. His audacity and skill changed the way markets operate, prompting reforms in high-frequency trading regulations. The debate over individual responsibility versus systemic flaws continues to rage. Some view him as a scapegoat, a symptom of deeper issues within the financial markets. Others see him as a mastermind, a visionary who exposed the weaknesses of the system. But whether villain or visionary, one thing is certain: Navinder's legacy endures. His case serves as a stark reminder of the power an individual can wield in an interconnected world, where the click of a button can bring markets to their knees. The flash crash of 2010 will be remembered as a turning point in the history of financial markets, a wake-up call for regulators and traders alike. He may be a free man today, but the world he shook is still recovering from the aftershocks of his ambition. The question remains, will we see another like him, and will we be ready? As the global economy continues to evolve, one thing is clear: the lessons of Navinder Singh Sarao will not be forgotten.